they'll be calling you a radical. I'm going through the bruising stage now. I'm bruised from head to toe, really bruised up. They took the artery out of my leg, my groin. Area bruised the worst. But they went in there, starting to bruise up a bit. The scar, the chest split up. I don't see the stretcher bruises they showed on me this time. Last time they were so wicked. They got it wrong. I always felt like they didn't do it properly. Now I know I was right the whole time. When you're going to a hospital and you're going to your your heart doctor, over and over and over, and telling you, I can feel it right here in my chest. I can feel it running down. These are classics. I'm telling you, it's hurting me. It's burning me. It's the valve. Not for a week, a month, for 6 months. Over and over, telling multiple doctors, especially your heart doctor, over and over. And they can't run a simple stress test. You think something's wrong? I mean, I had every classic symptom. I was screaming to him, look, I can feel it right here in my chest. I'm a big walker. I'm an incredible physical. It's that valve. No, it's not. They blame it on, we don't know. I mean, my general doctor, he couldn't get it. They weren't even close. But, I mean, when you see your heart doctor who's been taking care of you since the surgery, I was born with a severe heart murmur, so it was a birth defect. My father nuked to death in the Nevada test site. I see David Crosby has died. Wow, what a controversial figure. Wow. So the last musician who ever really even spoke to me that was an anti-nuker was his old partner, Graham Nash. I was in the Central Coast at Mothers for Peace, walked with the monk to the gates of hell, Diablo, and with Jane and Linda had their event. He walked in, put his hand right on my leg. Real quiet. How you doing, Kev? And, he sat up there and just there for a while, and then he quietly really left. So, Southern Cross, looking for that woman, girl. I know I can survive. So, to you freelance oceanographers, to you real scientists, because what science is in this country is beyond a pathetic joke. It's disgraceful. I mean, what Stanford's turned into, that institution needs to be completely shut. Oh, it's private. No, it's not. Well, they'll say it's private, but there's been lots and lots of studies, the billions and trillions of federal funding they get. Heads they win, tails they win. Work in America. Steal $1 billion, get sued, pay $1 million. That's the American way in the last 25 years, 30. It's not a deterrent, it's an incentive. So when it gets into my heart, the master does it finally. I wish she'd done it the first time. You're right, Kevin. It was the valve. And not only was the valve, that it went all along that it pressurized up on the top of the valve and was closing off. And I had a heart attack on Christmas morning day. Didn't go to the emergency room. They didn't want to ruin my grandkids' Christmas. It ripped a perfectly good, beautiful aorta artery. So they bypassed, cut through my leg. He was very conscious about. So I saw those radiation tattoos. I know your path, gift. And, so many of my doctors are hardcore anti-radiation. I had chemo. I didn't have radiation, but I did have a little bit of light, but just the chemo in the upper chamber. That central line goes right in your jugular directly. So, as you know, it accelerated. And I'm going to every doctor. Mike Lee kicked me off Medicaid after I'd forked over $1 million. And so nobody would treat me. I went right over here over the hill, Ogden Regional Medical Center, and I've seen a guy named Michael Hahn just bleeding profusely out of my face. I'm just going crazy. I mean, there's video of proof. I run the test, I do that. He wouldn't even clean me up. It's the hate. Because you can see I was uninsured. No, go see your dentist because my teeth start turning black from the heart. No, 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 no. Collapsed in my yard. Just 2 days after the fourth time I'd been in there. She wouldn't clean me up. Malpractice? Oh, fucking Utah. They promote these type of quacks. You don't even have, you represent yourself as a doctor in an emergency room here in Utah. They're not doctors. All I have to have is some kind of, he was a 2-year chiropractor. So, anyway, I ended up at Quack D. My valve had completely collapsed. Thought I was having a stroke. The surgery on May 1st, 2017. By the way, while I was having surgery, the trolls and the scumbags, which is the DOE, we proved it. We went right in and we had the best ITers in the world when I was in Vogue before they circled the wagons on me and internet kettled me, slandered me, and squashed me. The teams of trolls. While I'm in an ACU unit with my chest split, doing videos showing you, attacking me viciously, slandering me, going out. We tracked them down, the group, who paid them, who they were. There are literally dozens of Facebook pages and YouTube sites, 100% with my name out there to completely attack and slander and go after a guy in critical condition, which are felonies in all 50 states. But no. There's two sets of rules. There's the, Elizabeth Holmes type rules. Still $1 billion freaking, what people she's responsible for their death. I was in that bone marrow transplant center when she was doing it. And they would argue with the doctors. No, I got this test here, that your test is wrong. She's convicted, still on $1 billion. Here you got Kissinger, who's still running his mouth out there, who's wanted in how many different countries for war crimes to this day. And he's still, how is that possible? He's all gaga over Elizabeth Holmes, him and George Jefferson, the club. They convict her of stealing $1 billion, multiple felonies. They delay sentencing for a year. They finally sentence her. Oh, finally. She's not in jail. I doubt she'll ever do. And when she does get out, she'll do a couple months, if that. She'll get she'll probably be on The View. My guess, she'll be a regular host on Good Morning America, the club. So back to the ocean. We're going to get incredible king tides up and down the coast of Washington, California, Oregon. It's going to be beautiful. I had a ticket to fly yesterday. Of course, that ain't happening. I can barely walk. I'm tired. A lot more tired I was the last time, but I think that's because he got it right. My body I went into surgery at 138 pounds. I'm like, holy, and you know how much I walk, and my perfect weight these days, now that I'm gotten older, is about 156. I'm fading away. I'm telling people. So the ocean and I, we're both so wounded, we're clinging, her and I. There's more cancer and leukemia showing up in sea lions. It feels like there has post-Fukushima. But when we get the super king tides, we get the beautiful, incredible low tides. And they happen fast. They're going to be sunlight hours. I was really looking forward to this. It's one of my favorite things in the world. And by the way, I'm the best tide pool skimmer on earth. I remember being out there at PB Point, and the guy from the shack says, I watched you out there for 3 hours. I never seen anything like it. You glide across the top of those rocks, never fall, never go into that pool. Oh, I says, I've fallen a few times. Broke my hand just a couple years ago. He says, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You're like, yeah, it's dangerous because those rocks are slippery. But you don't get in the pools and you don't touch anything. But you want to get way out there. Just tiptoeing along those rocks, and they're slick, baby. And I mean slick. It's like skiing on Balco. And driving in Utah. And so, and you just keep your camera going. And you don't, zoom in, I got one, and try to crop and chop and grandstand. Just raw footage for as long as your camera will go and post it. You know, I can tell you where you'll find some nice ochres. The only place I really find, believe it or not, at the low tide, get on the bottom of that Crystal Pier, of all places. That's where Zappa wrote Blackwater, right? Black Ocean. I mean, I'm telling you, it's the place I found some. At Monterey at Lover's Point, I found a few. Over Carmel in that upper pool that dives up by that golf course. And I found some really, but that's it. I mean, I don't find zero, and I post everything I find. And so, but the Mighty Blue Lady, as I've said for years, she's not going to take this. You keep pushing this freaking poison into her, which started in 2011. She's going to fight back. And she is fighting back. We're no match for her. I've always said, everybody says, well, what's going to happen? I use the word genocide, the Great Pacific Genocide. Is she going to recover? I don't know. Go ask her. Ask her. But she's wounded mightily. What about her children? The Sills. Well, you don't care about them. Nobody cares about them. They hate them. In fact, they're shooting them and killing them for eating salmon. They hate them when their DNA is like 99.9% of ours. I talked to the Sills. That used to be my favorite. There's plenty of witnesses watch me do it. I remember there's a whole family at Diablo. I was on Pismo Pier. Joe was there, and he's like, it's a whole family of Sills. The last good family of Sills I saw. It was mom, dad, brothers, sisters, cousins, grandpa, and grandma. And I started talking. I called him all the way over. He said, I can't believe I just saw that. He's got photos and videos. And they came all the way, and they got right to the bottom of the pier and just sit and had a full blown out conversation with me for about 25 minutes. Jill's like, what are you saying to them? No, it's what they're saying to me. What are they saying? Save me, Kevin. Save me, Kevin. They poisoned our food chain. This nuclear monster is Fukushima. Save us, save us. What are you saying? I'm trying. What are they saying? Try harder. And I have tried harder. It's broke my heart. It's broke my heart to watch the Sills die of cancer, die of leukemia, die of starvation in this acute catastrophe that happened in 2011. And these monsters, the Kissinger Club, the Klan, I mean, these marine biologists, if you've gone to university post-Fukushima, you've paid 5 cents for a marine biology department, a science degree, anything, you need to sue them right now. Those people need to be locked up. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a basketball player, what's a hoop? I'm a fisherman, what's a boat? I'm a biologist, I'm a scientist. I work for NOAA, I work for the EPA, I work for the federal government. I'm a science teacher at your local high school. What's Fukushima? It's fraud. It's beyond fraud. And then this contemporary crash, this acute crash that happened in 2011, which I've documented, which is unarguable now. We can run regression. We have the models. We have the well data. I'm the first one that did all that well data. Boots on the ground, me and my army. NOAA's got it out now, but remember when I was doing that in 2014, 15, when that collapse started, and we were the ones that was counting our army up and down the coast. And our number, they ended up using my number. NOAA did. Took NOAA for years. Just like, it took the IAEA 7 years to call Fukushima one meltdown. It took them 6 or 7 years to classify it as a 7. Well, it's only a 7. There's only been one 7 before, Chernobyl. And they're like, who sets a scale from 1 to 7? That's malice from inception. So you can go in denial. So if you get a chance, be careful. You don't need to go out on the rocks. Stand up high. There's lots of good vistas. You don't even need to crawl down in them. Which these people that crawl down in them, they're digging. Oh, I seen look, here's a star. Brittle star. Brittle star's an insect. What's the matter with you people? These California crumbs is as big as, the reds are bigger than my upper torso. It should just light up. The purple carpet called the Upper California Purple Orchid is gone. This big, flowering, beautiful seeing it. I got to tell you a story. I'm walking through Prospect Park in New York last month. Got my shell that I wear on. There's this group of, young teenagers. Ooh, I don't know if they're tropicauses, what they are. But they come tromping through, and it's, right at dark. They're like, look, it's old man Jenkins. My grandson says, God, they're trying to insult. I said, that ain't an insult. That's a compliment. SpongeBob on Balco. Code Patrick. People don't care about the animals. They don't care about the ocean. They don't care about nothing. They're so selfish and so cocooned up now to this point that, what a horrible way to live. So I wish I was there. I'll be there in mental spirit. It's different this time. I don't have as much severe pain in my chest as I did 5 years ago. I don't have the huge stretcher bruise, but I'm really bruised up in my groin area. I'm really bruised up in my leg, of course. And I'm tired, really tired. But, this 6 months that I've been battling, I don't have a car. I've had no support, really. But a few people that, thank God for them doing this story. This is the greatest PhD in human history. But people refuse to accept the fact that they're part of the ecology, that we're all in this together. It's your pseudo-de facto sociology. It's your pseudo-de facto biology. It's your pseudo-de facto theology. No. It's the ecology, stupid. You're part of it. And you can deny it, and you can lose your place in time. And, when you die, who knows? But I fight for her. She fights for we from the sea. What are the Upper California purple urchin? The California crimson, the California orca, the Oregon bat star, the beautiful flowering sea anemones. They're my favorite, the big beautiful ones. And I've only seen one little pool of them. My grandson found it. And what's that smell? Carmel, it's a dead whale. I don't like it, honey. I don't like it. Let's cut it up and throw it in the dump. Sick. And these scientists from Stanford, they climb all over them, cut them up, and we'll get right back. Yeah, do you know how creepy that is? Do you know how creepy that fake false science? Scientists are alarmed, mystified, baffled, stumped, perplexed, bewildered. It's all we've heard. By the thousands. It's criminal. It's criminal. So what did the sea anemone, the California purple urchin, the Oregon bat star say to the 60,000-pound humpback, the beautiful gray and the 10,000-mile migration that are giving birth halfway there because they can't make it to the birthing grounds in Mexico? Starving to death. Fukushima killed my food. The whale replies to the sea anemone, the bat star. We too. They're plankton feeders. You dump this energy in there and you kill, and like I say for years and years, go get some water out of your ocean. Put it on in a pan and take your little microscope and look at it. I can't believe the Pacific Ocean almost looks like a clear mountain stream now. It's not, you can just see it. I'm the first guy that reported you could see the black plume physically. I'm the first guy that reported all that. As it happened, the birds, when they all wash up, I'm the first guy reporting it as it happened on the ground, live. Not regurgitating Kevin Blanchard's work. This great starvation event. We call that an outlier. The salmon collapse, epic. All that been going on, no, it hasn't. We're going to tear it down. Dam's not the problem. They're dying at sea. The little fries are dying at sea. Hello. Post 2011. It's an arguable fact. We have the data. The steelhead, which go to sea for 1 to 2 years, started to collapse 2012, right on cue. But record returns in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. Record on the Chinook. Cleared it. I'm like, well, everybody's laughing at me. Wait till 2016. You don't know because they go to sea for 5 years, and it's the little fries. They have to feed on the phytoplankton when there is none over. The whales, all of it. It's a starvation event. It's the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, the Great Pacific Genocide. So if you get a chance, be careful, those king ways. I mean, it's sickening, these surfers that get out there and act all freaking stupid. Surfers who can't surf, skiers who can't ski, biologists who can't work, scientists who can't see, blinded by their golden handcuffs and their poison. It's a suicide rap. It's a death trap. Thank you everybody's prayed for me. Thank you everybody's done everything for me. But I look back on this journey, just the greatest PhD. And I had to freelance and I had to go rogue. You think any university is going to post my work? Please, Aaron Swartz on Balco. What do you think he was up to? This country is captured by this Illuminati. Oh, they don't eliminate, they raid it, but it's one same group, the old Kissinger clan. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Went off to Afghanistan to get Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went off to Iraq to get Dick Cheney and friends a big old sack. The oligarchs make it rain, Ukraine. They're just sick, demented. And this has gone out of control since 9/11. Well, since 80, but Reagan. Oh my God. And for you young people, it wasn't always like this. In fact, it was the opposite. Look up the tax rate in 1979, 1980. Look up the debt. Oh yeah, there wasn't one. Look up the work week. Look up the mortality rate. It's an acute catastrophe. And Kevin Blanch has proven it. Yet, look what I get for it. Split me open. Pour me out. There's things inside that scream and shout. Never free. Never me. And I haven't been free. 2011. I'm in a jail sentence I committed no crime. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? No, where'd you sleep last night? Don't you lie to me. I slept in the dead fucking pines for the suns from Fukushima, Japan. They always shine. How about the tree collapse? I'm the first guy that friggin' was all over that. The drought. Don't you remember, Kevin? Don't you remember? I slept next to you in the East State Bone Marrow Transplant Center. I'm dead, Kevin. I'm in heaven. Lord, I remember. Lord, I remember. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, makes you understand why you came this way. What a journey, huh? That we walk through the valley of the shadow of death. We fear no evil. Someone has to defend our family from the sea, from the ocean. And you can deny all real science, and you can make it up, and you can go to Stanford, your nuclear fission of Livermore, California, bring stuff on Earth, and these freaks that have perforated this giant lie on the world since 1940. I mean, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Think about the monsters that did that. They're still doing it. Stay tuned.